Okay, you with me so far? Remember, you could always go back and rewatch whatever you need to. Okay, you with me so far? I know, it's a lot. It's all in my brain, and now it's all in your brain. Remember, you could always go back and rewatch these sections or send us questions, and we can add it to the course. Never a problem. A rising tide raises all boats. Okay, so now we're going to talk about, so your action items are in the system. You've kind of flipped them live. You've cloned them over where you need to. Now what? How do I monitor this? How do I understand that people are actually doing what they're supposed to be doing on time? That's where you're going to go to some of the reports, and I'm going to show you what they look like right now. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to ClaimWizard. Action items is where you want to go. Again, this is my demo system, so it's a hot mess and it's all red. But what you're going to do is you're going to be able to see, depending on your security level, all action items. So this is every single current action item that is viable to do on a claim right now. Not what if, or what if it goes this way, not the things that are done. You don't have to look backwards. You don't have to, you're not going that way. It's done is done, right? The past is finite. The future is infinite. So we're not looking at all of the infinite possibilities of action items in the future either. We're working on the shallow but wide across every single claim that you need to deal with, and shallow that it's just the action items that are currently able to be completed and worked on, and they're viable, right? So lots of simple ways that you can deal with this. There are different ways, like you can see for how many days back. Mine go very far just because I don't actually deal with them in here. And then you can go through and you can look at all action items across your entire book of business. You can look at just my action items. So this becomes very useful if you are an owner and an adjuster, a manager and an estimator, that sort of thing. You can see kind of everybody and then just yours. So there is a button up here that says explicitly assigned. Now you can see here on this action item, here I am assigned to a claim and this task as an adjuster. Here it's my name. So it's explicitly assigned to me, and here I'm given this test as an executive. If I say not explicitly designed, it's just going to be assigned, it's going to be my name. So here you can also check on anybody on your team. I know with remote working, this can become a thing. So you can see anybody on your team. So normally you would go to all action items, you could look under assignees, but just because someone's office staff doesn't necessarily mean their name's going to come up as a search. So if I look at Arthur Weasley, we're going to see he's the adjuster. Fred Weasley doesn't have anything. Destiny has a lot of things, that sort of thing. So you can get an idea of what this is. You can pick and choose the columns that you want to display. Some of them are kind of required: file, policyholder, due date, etc. Maybe you care about peril, maybe you don't. You can save that, but you can also drag and drop things to change them so it is unique to you and wherever you log in from. This works on the desktop version, not the mobile application version. So here you have all of your information. Of course, if you have more than 1 or 2 claims or 20 claims, that you can kind of do that. You can also see on the side here, there are the notes. So if there are default notes that come across with a brand new action item, they will be here. But there are also notes here that if you needed to add something to this particular action item, you can do that here. So if we're looking at, say, my action items, right? And this is everything that I'm supposed to be currently working on. Keep blinders on. These are the 3 things I need to do right now to get my job done. So we're going to see here, the very first option, the green option, is a check mark to say that I've done this, right? So we're going to adjuster to review, and I'm the adjuster, we'll say. Policy, click it that it's done. Something else, it automatically got documented, all the next steps, everything got executed by itself. So if the very next step had to go back to the office, that went straight to that group. Or if it went back to me, it comes immediately back to me. So you don't have to worry about what's next. ClaimWizard will take care of that for you. But you'll see here, this pencil. If you want to add a note to this here, you can do something along the lines of that. You can say, oh, well, I don't know which POL form I should use. Right? And then you can save it. And that's going to happen is it's going to be here. So someone's going to go and say, oh, well, why you know, I have a question on that or whatever. You're going to see what the question is. But also, if you're waiting for someone, you can take that out, because that's kind of a different thing. If you can say send a proof of loss to insurance carrier, sending correct mailing address, right? So if this runs late, you're going to be able to know that. And we're going to see, we're going to scroll all the way over here, waiting for, and we're just going to drag it a little further over next to the notes so we can see. So if this tends to go late, you're going to have documentation, and it stays with the action item even after it's complete. So if this action item gets completed late, you're going to know why. And our suggestion is always, you know, a CYA thing. If the carrier is going to go, well, you didn't send us the paperwork that we want. And it's like, yeah, well, we were waiting on you to send us the correct address. Document, document, document. We make this very easy for you. All you need to do is a pencil is always edit or update, you know, that kind of thing in the system. So we're going to put that in there. Don't take it out when you're done. I'll be honest. Maybe you want to, you know, move it or what have you, but leave it in there. Just because you've now received the correct address, do not take it out of your system. Leave it there for historical measures. You're going to thank yourself for that. So this is where this is. You, of course, you can, like I said, we have all these options. You can print it, you can export it, and deal with it how you want. Most people will take the due dates and actually sort on them this way. So the oldest is on the top. So you kind of work on last in, first out kind of order. So this is how you would work on your claims, your action items day to day. If you're looking for reports for action items, you can jump over to the reports section, and usually what you'd want to do for anything to do with reports is hit the report catalog, and it will give you an explanation. The name of the report is in bold on the first line, and what it is on the second line, right? Where are all the claims that we've handled? Show me a list of the claims in the area, that sort of thing. But you can also search on this. So if I say action, I'm going to type and say action items completed, right? I'm going to click on that. It's going to open it, which we are here. Plus you can type here and you can do action as well too, and it will narrow it down. So once you're here, maybe you just want to see what people have done in the month to date. It's only 3 days in the month, or all, or today, or last month, right? And you're going to run the report, and then it's going to come up. And again, you can sort on these, but my recommendation is always just to see how small my screen is, short over. You can print it. And a lot of times you can print or export it into CSV or Excel formats. Right here, Excel, CSV, they move them for me. So print, PDF, that sort of thing, so that you can actually get a list of who did what and how it was completed. So if you sort, you know, completed by name, obviously you're going to see everything Lynette did, everything Destiny did, you know, whatever the things are that people completed. You're going to get, you know, your clients. So maybe you're going to sort on client, and you're going to see like 2 or 3 things got done for one client this month. Whatever it is, you can use that data in whatever way makes the most sense for you.